Hi, everyone. I'm Olga Verde.
And I'm Amber Mills. Welcome to The Balancing Act.
It is morning, right?
Yes, it is.
Everybody out there is having their breakfast. So guess what's on today's menu?
What do we got?
We've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I like that. That's right. We've got all kinds of things that are going to help everybody start their day.
And guess what?
What's up?
We're going to switch things up when it comes to milk. Are you nuts about milk?
I love milk, but milk does not love me back.
So we're going to move things over and switch it up for you to help get to that vitamin D without maybe hurting your...
Oh, yeah. I need that. You know what else goes great with milk?
What?
You know I like it sweet. So we have spreading the love with yummy honey and fruit spreads from Smucker's. It's great. You've got all that same delicious taste without all the sugar.
Hey, ladies, I'm just spreading the love today.
All right, you see, I need my husband to talk to me like that.
That Ralph, he's such a sweetie. I love him.
Plus, we're going to continue our Mortgage 101 series, and I know that's huge for you because you're in the process of getting a house.
We are, and it's been such a big deal.
It is, but it's big, and when you get in, you get to that moment.
Oh, I told my husband he better start doing push-ups because he's got to carry Mama right across the threshold.
She's coming home.
That's right, and today we're coming home. We've got so much more for you, and it all starts right now.
Approximately 1 in 10 adults suffers from restless leg syndrome, a neurological sleep-related movement disorder which is associated with unpleasant sensation in the legs and an uncontrollable, overwhelming urge to move them. But now there is a revolutionary drug-free therapy for the treatment of RLS called Restiffic. Here to talk about this innovative product is Sandy Yeaman, who suffers from RLS, her husband Paul, and Dr. Daniel Olson, who specializes in podiatric medicine. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you for
inviting us. And Sandy, you must be thinking, finally, a drug-free way, something that is helping me. But before we talk about that, tell me about what life was like before.
Life with restless legs is miserable. It absolutely controls every aspect of your life, from your waking moment in the morning till you try to go to sleep at night. It is just exactly how you explained it. It's uncontrollable. You absolutely have to move your legs. We couldn't go to church. We couldn't go to visit our grandchildren. I couldn't be in the car for any length of time. I'd be, stop the car. I've got to get out. I've got to stretch my legs. And, you know, you could move them, but it'd start all over again.
When I was pregnant, I had restless leg syndrome for just a few months, and for me, it was really tough at night, and it was hard to sleep. Was it the same for you?
Absolutely. I didn't sleep. You just can't. I would be awake all hours of the night, or maybe I'd do a little cat nap, and then I'd wake up because my legs were restless again. I had difficulty sleeping in the same bed with my husband. He put a pillow down between us because I'd move my legs and I'd be kicking him and I'd be all over the bed.
Paul, in an effort to help your wife, you searched the internet and your persistence really paid off.
I found Restiffic foot wraps on the internet. There was a drug-free possible treatment for restless legs. She was very skeptical about it, but it doesn't involve drugs. And she took so many different drugs that basically just didn't really solve the problem. She couldn't sleep at night. She catnapped during the daytime. She was always in a less than good mood. She just didn't really have the energy to do things that she wanted to do. She's great outside gardening and stuff. Didn't have the energy to do it. These Restiffic foot wraps changed her life, and in doing so, changed my life as well.
Sandy was a skeptic. Dr. Olson, I'm sure you deal with a lot of people who feel the same way that she did. Now tell me how it works.
Restiffic is an FDA-cleared medical device that's a foot wrap that applies pressure to the foot when someone's at rest, like when they're reading a book or watching TV, or, of course, trying to go to sleep.
That's a great point. You know, I couldn't read a book before, but, you know, when I put these on, they're very comfortable. They're easy to put on. You know, I can do it. Paul sometimes helps me put them on. And they actually feel good.
And I hear that from my patients who, you know, suffer for so long, and the medicines often don't work, or they have severe side effects. So they're just looking for some alternative treatment. And it should be noted that you don't use them while you're walking around. It is a sedentary device. So it's not just for bedtime either. You could wear them while reading a book, watching television, things of that nature.
That's a great point. I wore them on the airplane. I had just a touch of restless legs, and I could feel it coming on, and I pulled them out of my purse because I carry them with me.
And aren't you glad you had them?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I put them on the airplane, and they were gone. I took them off before we landed.
That's great. What a quick fix. And you said you need a prescription, so you can get these at any pharmacy?
Any traditional pharmacy, of course, but again, also online. You go to restific.com, but again, you need that prescription. So it's important for the physicians out there to understand we finally have something for restless leg syndrome that is drug-free. It's very safe and very effective.
And you two are doing so much more now. Tell me how life has changed.
Well, we're able to travel. We go to see our grandkids. We've traveled a bit now. We actually went to a movie for the first time. We've gone to the movie before, but I could never sit still through it. I'd be up and I'd be standing in the back of the theater, and so I just quit going. But now we went and actually sat through the whole movie. That was great.
It's life-changing for me as her caregiver, and for anyone out there that is whose mother, whose wife, whose husband, whose son or daughter that suffers from it, they go through it with them. I mean, it's agonizing to see them in pain like that. And when this came along, these Restifics changed her life and my life as well.
Even our dogs are happy because, of course, they like to sit in my lap, and they couldn't. They would be up there for a moment, and as soon as my legs would take on a life of their own, they'd be gone.
Yep, under the couch.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming in, for sharing your expertise, and for sharing your story.
Oh, thank you for having us.
For more information about Restific, go to getrestific.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
Okay, full disclosure, my husband and I are in the process of buying our first home. It's exciting, but let me tell you, it's also been such a process. So these mortgage tips, they're really helpful. And today we're focusing on helping our veterans, which I love. Here's Olga.
Welcome to our Mortgage 101 mini-series. Over the next few weeks, John Alexander and David Villarreal from Affinity Partnerships are with us, sharing their financial expertise. And today, pointers to help veterans looking to buy a home. As veterans, you've earned benefits that you can take advantage of. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. This is really special because it is important to recognize our veterans, to thank them, God bless them all. And they do qualify for a VA home loan, right?
Well, they've actually earned the right for a VA loan. So if you've gone through and you've served and you've been honorably discharged, you'll have an opportunity to get really low down payment opportunities as well as low rates for a mortgage.
And David, one of our viewers had a great question, and I want to share that with our other viewers. He asks, where do I start looking for a VA home loan?
Well, I think it'd be ideal for your viewers to go to VALoanRanger.com.
And what would they find there?
There, they're going to find a select group of lenders that are specialized in the VA loan mortgage process. And that's where you need to start. A lender that has a specific type of talent for serving our veterans.
And any final words for veterans out there that might be looking to get that home?
Absolutely. They've earned the right to have those loans, and they need to shop. Right? There are a lot of people who promote and say they've got great opportunities for veterans, but you know what? Shop around. Use VA Loan Ranger, go to other opportunities or places to find a VA loan, and best of luck. They've earned it.
And they have earned it, and we thank them again. Thank you, gentlemen, again for that information. Great stuff. And if you'd like to learn more, you can go to VALoanRanger.com, or you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
It's so great when we can help all those people who protect and serve our country. I want to say thank you to all of you who are out there doing that. And speaking of serving, we've got Chef Ralph over there in the kitchen, and he's serving up some sweetness. He's got fruit spreads naturally sweetened with honey, which sounds delicious.
I'm spreading the love. That's right, baby, with Smucker's fruit and honey fruit spreads. Let's make our meals more memorable. You know, doctor says that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and why not start it off right? I got some waffles here. What happened? Inside the waffle, peanut butter, bacon, and my Smucker's fruit and honey Concord grape fruit spread. It is absolutely incredible. You would think that these fruit and honey fruit spreads are only for breakfast, but I say, oh, no, 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 no. Let's talk about lunch. Right here, I've got lunch in a jar. What's going on inside of here? I've got quinoa, the triple berry Smucker's fruit and honey fruit spread, a little bit of spinach, roasted chicken, a little bit more of the spread on top. Put a top on it, take it out the door, and away you go for lunch. It's fantastic. Little secret, I make the balsamic vinaigrette, a little bit of the triple berry fruit and honey fruit spread. It's awesome. Now, that's breakfast, that's lunch. What about a little me time? How about a little bit of cheese board? That's happening right now. I've got grapes, strawberries, cashews, K-Beige cheddar, brie, and goat cheese covered with fruit and honey strawberry jalapeno fruit spread. It is absolutely perfect and a great way to spend the afternoon. How about dinner time? Ding, ding, right over here. Strawberry makes an appearance. I took a double thick pork chop, seasoned it with a little salt and pepper in a nonstick pan, a little bit of oil, seared it on both sides. Added to that pan a splash of white wine, a little shallot, and my favorite secret recipe, the fruit and honey strawberry fruit spread. Into the pan it goes, the pork chop finished. It's fruity and delicious, a little tart, a little sweet, sometimes like me. And how about Elf Bean, the dessert, the big classic? How about some of these blueberry cupcakes? These cupcakes, they got a little surprise inside. After they were done, we let the cupcake cool. Then took a knife, hollowed out the top, and added some of the fruit and honey blueberry fruit spread inside. Took a little bit more of the spread, took my icing, whipped it all together, put it on top, took my blueberries, rolled them in some whipped egg whites, rolled them through sugar, and this is a cupcake that won't disappoint. So there you have it, fruit and honey fruit spread, every meal, all day long. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's all good. And if you want to learn more about Smucker's fruit and honey fruit spreads, go to smuckers.com or our website, thebalancingact.com. And don't forget to share your favorite recipes with us. Remember, this has been a quick bite. But chew slowly.
Man, that spread in the kitchen looks good. Ralph, you better save me some of that. And up next, we're going to learn how macadamia nuts are taking non-dairy beverages to the next level. So if you want to avoid that milk, don't move. See what I just did there? I'm milking it. Sorry, it's putty morning. Stay with us, guys.
Choosing plant-based diets that are good for you and also good for the earth is becoming mainstream. And as a result, sales of dairy milk have turned sour. More than half of Americans are drinking non-dairy milk alternatives, with sales reaching into the billions. Here to talk about the next big movement in moo-free beverages is founder of Milkadamia, Morgan Roy. Hey, Morgan.
Hi there.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Now tell us a little bit about why everybody is jumping on this bandwagon of drinking dairy-free milk alternatives.
Well, people tend to think that non-dairy milk drinkers are drinking it out of necessity. They might be allergic or they're lactose intolerant, but in reality, 9 out of 10 non-dairy milk drinkers also drink dairy, like me. So I guess it's out of preference, but it's also the health benefits.
Tell me about the health benefits.
Well, there's a Harvard study that says that dairy milk isn't the only or even the best source of calcium. For example, in a glass of macadamia milk, there's 50% more calcium than a glass of dairy milk, but with 3 times less calories.
Okay, and there's a lot of different milk alternatives on the market. We have soy milk, coconut, almond, but tell us about this new nut milk in town.
Yes, the newest nut milk is macadamia milk, which we call milkadamia.
Milkadamia.
And it's new, but it's not that new. The nut's been around for thousands of years. It's a native plant to Australia.
Australia.
Correct.
Not Hawaii.
It's
Australia.
native to Australia.
Okay.
My brother actually runs our farm, and we're very proud to be producing a native product of Australia.
And what's it taste like?
Oh, man, the taste is amazing.
Can I try?
You may.
Okay, you talk, I'll drink.
The key is that we use raw nuts, not roasted like some of the other nut milks do. So that allows the natural, subtle, buttery flavor of the macadamia to shine through. It doesn't overpower your palate. It complements the flavor.
And it is delicious.
Good.
This is so good. Tell me how you farm it, because this is unique, right?
Yeah, that's actually probably the most important thing to us. As I said, my brother runs our farm. We have thousands of trees, and we have coined the phrase free-range trees, which means trees supporting life, not trees on life support. And what that actually means is that we're not bound by an irrigation system. We don't have to draw from the lakes or the streams or from an underground aquifer like some of the other nut milks have to do. We just take whatever falls out of the sky and just the natural sunshine, because we're growing our nuts in the native place where they were first discovered.
That is pretty cool. Now, if I want to cook with this or bake with this, how does that work? Do you use it just like you would any other milk?
Just like any other, just like milk. You can, depending on your taste preference or what you're cooking, we have unsweetened.
Which is very good.
We have
this
original,
is very good.
and we actually have latte da, which is more for the coffee. So you can put it in your cereal, you can bake with it, make smoothies with it, mac and cheese. But you know what I like to do with it?
What?
I like to pour a big bath and just sit in it.
You bathe in the milk.
And you can do that all while staying GMO-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, carrageenan-free, all sorts of frees.
That is awesome. So you can drink it and bathe in it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Morgan. For more information about macadamia nut milk, go to milkadamia.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Now that's not eaten the best way, and I have to tell you, macadamia nuts are some of my absolute favorites. So now that I can get some delicious nut milk right in the store, thank you. And speaking of things that also might make you nuts, if it's the summer heat, we don't want you to lose your cool. Jenny Iserman is here with tips on how to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. Check this out.
Ready to chill out and beat the heat? I'm Jenny Iserman with some tips to keep your vehicle running cool in the dog days of summer. The radiator is the heart of your car's cooling system. You knew that, right? I mean, who doesn't? Okay, fine, I didn't. But turns out it's responsible for preventing the car from overheating. So you can check this yourself, but you should know a couple of things. For starters, never open a hot radiator cap. If the coolant looks milky or rusty, make an appointment at your local Sears Auto Center. If the radiator is the heart of your car's cooling system, the oil is the lifeblood of your engine. You knew that too, right? You're looking for two things. One, does it come up to the full mark? And two, how dark is it? As long as the oil is a yellowish brown and stays between those two lines, you're okay. Here's a handy rule of thumb. Dark oil needs a change and milky oil needs a mechanic. Next on the list, check the hoses. Look for any visible leaks, cracks, or peeling. Your coolant's not doing any good if it's not properly circulating through the hoses, and extreme heat can damage a worn hose. Planning a road trip this summer? Don't get stuck on the side of the road or in the middle of nowhere. Keep an eye on your temperature gauge. Make sure it registers cool. Lastly, when the mercury rises, the car's battery strength drops. Your battery case shouldn't be bulging, cracked, or leaking. If it is, it's time to replace it. Sears Auto Center will check your battery, no charge. So schedule an appointment for a free performance snapshot evaluation every time you bring your vehicle in for service. For more information, go to SearsAuto.com or thebalancingact.com.
Oh my goodness, how about those fruit spreads?
Aren't they fabulous?
They look delicious.
All right, do you think he's going to save us some?
I hope so. I want some breakfast.
Rafael, save us some.
Mama's getting hungry. Okay, and in the meantime, make it a great day and head to our Facebook page and our website. And of course, you can always follow us on Twitter. We've got lots more there.
I think just because of the Rafael, I'm going to get more than you. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Hey, that's not fair, Mama.